Okay, this is my third video. I'm going to show you a little bit more about how to use Visor. And the last video showed you how to cut, copy, and paste things, and also how to zoom, pan, rotate, move objects, all sorts of other things. So I'm just going to click on Try the Editor, which gives me the basic setup. Let's see, click on it. Okay, so here I am in the default program again. And you can see some of the objects. We got the so when you click on them, you might not have noticed this last time, but it actually shows you the name of the objects. So this is called background pillars. The light is called lighting. The VR guy is called VR camera. Let's see, struggling with my zoom out. What else? If you looked up, you might have seen the clouds moving. These are all kind of the objects that are inside the what's called the scene. Ooh. Okay, so last time we talked about build, which is where you can add objects. You can add other fancier things such as particles, teleporting, hotspots, and lights. We'll get to that eventually. When you click on the Program tab, this is where you kind of see how the scene actually works. So I want to look at the clouds. So right now I'm clicking the button trying to rotate, but I can't. This is because I'm in the program scene. I should click back on build and now drag, and now I'm looking up at the sky. And now I'm clicking on program again. And I'm using two fingers to kind of scroll up and down and scroll left and right. So the scene we have right now has a few different objects. You got the sky, the lighting, the clouds, and the background pillars. So we can see the clouds here have a rotate, and then rotate has a speed. So, and I definitely suggest that you follow along on this. If I move it to the right, start moving faster and faster. And then if I move it to the left, as soon as it becomes negative, what do you think happens? That's right, they start moving in the opposite direction. If you want it to move even faster, so right now it goes between negative 0.2 and positive 0.2. If I want it to move even faster, actually click here and put something like negative 1. This might make it move really fast though. Let's see. Oh, I gotta readjust it. So yeah, so now they're moving super fast. That can really slow down your computer if you're not careful. So let's move it back to a little bit more manageable speed. Alright, so let's look at some other things. So let's look at sky too. If you click on sky and click on the drop down menu, sky has two things. It has what's called the environment and then what's called the 3D object. Lighting has what's called lights. Clouds has rotate and 3D object. This isn't all that helpful right now, but let's click on the edit for the sky. So we click on the edit, and here it brings us to like a sub menu for the sky settings. So this is something we could probably make sense of. We have what's called the sky and fog color. You can see it's kind of like a light blue. So if I click and drag this, you can literally see the sky color changing as we move it. If you want to change the actual color, you want to make some eerie orange or red like Mars, you can click that. They also have fog near and fog far. So let's just change these to see if we can notice it. I can see it changing a little bit, but not all that much. Fog far, oh yeah, it's much more drastic. Wow. So this is another effect you can play with. So all these have sliders, you can change the numbers, try to get something you're happy with. Sky texture, this would be to change kind of the image of the sky. I'm not gonna play around with that right now. So right now I'm in the sky menu. Let's say I want to get back to change some other things. if you look up towards the top right, I'm under sky texture. If I click on sky, it actually brings me back a little bit. If I click on root, brings me back to where everything is. We also have background pillars. Let's see. Let's see everything we can change on background pillars. So we got shadows, shine, we got texture. These are other things that we can play with. Lighting. Alright, let's add another object. So I'm under patches, and I'm going to go to object basic, and I'm going to add a 3D model. So before when we added a 3D model, we just kind of clicked wherever we wanted it, and it showed up. If you're under patches, you have to edit it, and then you go to the geometry loader and click on change, and you can actually pick items here that you want to add. So let's just add a moose right now.
They're not coming from there.
Alright, I'm recording something. So I added a moose, and I want to see where he is. And right, I'm trying to rotate. Can't move. Guess what? It's because I'm in the program. So I gotta go back to build. So, oh, you know what I totally forgot to do, and you will do this as well. So I added the moose, right? But you actually have to go back to the root, and then you have to connect him to space 4. There we go. And now we got this beautiful moose who's actually animated, which is very, very nice. And then I also wanted to show you the lighting. You can change a little bit. So lighting has a few different things. They have hemisphere light, which is kind of light from the ground. They have directional light, which is light coming from the one over there, which has direction, and you kind of play around with the values to get something that you're happy with. Let's see. Oh yeah, hemisphere intensity is right here. That will make the ground kind of brighter and not brighter. So yeah, it's pretty impressive. There's a lot of stuff you can change, and it kind of takes some time. Oh, and last quick thing, if you want to go between program and build, you can just simply hit tab, which is extremely useful. And just for the last thing, let's check out the VR camera, and we can see that the moose is galloping on top of us in a scary manner. Alright, that's it for this video. Go play and have some fun.